LL. Double L. How about that? Lovely ladies. Ley lines. When we get through, those on black. Grown woman is what she became in this thing. So the energy there we see from the earth, from the people, from the earth, what's going on. There's cotton being grown. It's mapped out all over the U.S. right there, where people were enslaved. Okay, we feel that pressure, right? Look at that. The energy from that is a multiplicity of energy, not just one thing, not just they've been enslaved, they had to go underground, real world, all of that. The energy is pure. Okay, so when you see something you're too close to it, you have to move away from it. It's going too fast for you. And right now, at this time, we're able to look at these pictures, the lifestyle that they had to live to go through, and to see what the benefits of it all. Yeah, even in those times, look at the benefit that they gained. And they're doing the same thing that we're doing, taking pictures, trying to live through a life, and yet they were put under much more pressure than we are today on a one-to-one basis. Yeah, we're under pressure from a systematic, uh, smaller, more diabolical aspect of it all. Yet we're able to move away and learn from it. So just as the sun is so hot and so huge, but far away, the size and the heat and the magnitude of it is dissipated based on the solar system, the universal order of this thing, okay? In the same way with this thing, with what happened in our time, with the slavery and the energy that was put forth on those pictures, how much pressure was put on them, and that's what this is. Earth energy, earth knowledge, all the time, all wrapped into one. So the universe, the solar system doesn't give us one thing at one time. So I'm not gonna give you that anymore. I'm gonna try to give you lots of different things to go through at the very same time, so we can handle a multiple of things. That's what we have to do. We have to become this. Okay. Um, when you're so-called ley lines, the precursor, the tinnitus and situs that they try to with the machine to know what happens before everyone else does. Okay, the high frequency is matched, balanced by the low frequency energy from the universe. Okay, so moving away from something, slow it, give it space, just like in the outer space, we can see the stars when they move, but actually they're moving a whole lot faster than what we see they're moving. So we get the energy from it anyway, and that's what puts pressure on us in that factor, puts pressure on ourselves because we reach those star systems, and that amount of pressure that's out there in the outer realms of the solar system, that still hits us. Okay, because we're reaching for it, we can see it, and we're given that. That's available to us, and people live their lives, and things that happen on the earth give us examples of that too. And the helium that's made from decaying radioactive matter, uh, getting together with gas and going out into space. Okay, right back the same thing. What goes around comes around. So that is our communication there, and also with the pillow lava under the earth that shows you the heat, just like the volcano coming out of the earth, all the colors and everything. It's going to be round once it gets that cools off. So that flat Earth theory should can be applied to that as well. It's definitely got to be round because of those factors there. Now, remember the story of the baby I was talking about? The baby was so in depth. Well, when you go lay me down to sleep, you're in meditation and you're moving in that world, you're able to move far away from it to the outer realms and go so fast that you can commit that sonic boom, the sonic boom, that sound that opens the portal for you to travel through and to see things in another dimension, another space and time. So that's what we're doing now, going to different times, going through that, and that gives us the uh, emotional stability, just as the when they were doing it at first with the sonic boom, the plane gets to a certain height, gets to shaking. That's what the problem was in the sonic boom. So the sister fixed that. Bam, there it is. It's like when you're getting ready to have that thing happen to you, get this shaking, you know, oh, yeah, we know what that's all about. But yeah, so that issue, we can smoothly travel through that now, and it's shown that they're doing it in the movies and all of that. So the original signs, symbols, persons can move on with that. Okay, staying with that energy, now being able to rise above it and see those things that happened to us, you know, in the times be past. That people will say back in the past, but in terms of time, it's moved forward as well. You see what you would say back in the day, like the Atlantis, way back when they invented all the stuff. We can't think how they invented. That's going forward as well, right? Exactly, going forward as well. So, however language you want to use, we can travel into that. You see, and use that as a healing aspect. That's what healing is: movement and being able to how fast you can go, or how slow you want to go, however you want to stay. You know what form you want to stay in, and how you want to shine. So here's the shine that comes from the sun. It's just like I said, radioactive matter turns our skin into helium. Helium rise happens in the U.S. So we're here. All these things have to matter. Okay. Now, when we're looking down on the situations of the slavery and all the terrible things, when you're right up on it, right next to it, you can't really see anything but that. Oh man, they're doing us bad. Look at the murders, the numbers, the way they're treating us, the chain, even the children. Terrible, isn't it? Yes. Oh my God. Okay, but when you're able to travel beyond that, out into even more pressurized situations, outer space, correct? Super duper pressure. Okay, what answers do you get from that? Beautiful, isn't that question? That's the answer at the same time. So the answers come in above board. The beauty is going to come back with a beautiful ray of sunshine traveling from so far away, the original source. The answer says, okay, in the entertainment world, it would be delivered in such a way as thus. The people, the older people that are out there working hard, you know, as we can see from children to adulthood to old people just working hard all their lives. So that lets you know that the human being can work in the sun, in the heat, the same type of heat we're having now, all day, every day, with no problem, no issue. And people have a healthier diet these days than they did back then. So is it really the diet or is it the brain function and the knowing that you have to get this done no matter what? When you are determined to get it done no matter what, it's going to get done because the amount of pressure creates the energy to move forward. Life is a living thing. It wants to live, okay? So in that wanting to live, old people picking the cotton and all of that, in the so-called, in the forwardness, that's what the job of the old people are. Is to beautify the earth. That's all they do. They're like the world's gardeners. Okay, they that's all they do. Go around gardening, make sure things have flowers in them. The desert regions have all the flowers that they're supposed to have. So when there's a need for rain, the clouds will come and flower the rain. Those desert regions for certain animals. Okay, we know the universe has put certain circles, cycles, and things going on right now, and yet the human being has a reason, a season for allowing things to happen. Okay, in the future, the old people, just like the Grand Canyon, that was once an ocean, a sea, or whatever body of water. Now the old people, you know how powerful they are. The old folks can go around and with those hats on, and they can work all day in the sun, flower things. Heck, we go get the old people and tell them to do what you want to the Grand Canyon. No, all the old folks all over the place. They had that thing flowered up in no time. And next thing you know, there's an ocean again because the currents, the clouds, we're going to recognize the vibration from so many flowers, from so much beauty. Beauty is going to come electrically, electromagnetically from the clouds to the earth. Okay, because those are the type of vibrations only certain flowers come to. All right. Now, so that's the energy we see from way above. The old people working all day we call slavery and the treatment of them. That we just see the energy. Okay, that's all we see. We don't have the vision of how they're being treated. That's the illusion to us up here. The illusion, that's what that is to us now. The only reality is the energy just coming forth. Now, underground railroad, that's the caves that they are in. When they get ready to go to sleep or rest, certain days after those hard days, they have a chance to go and rest in those caves. Sona, the beta, lava rock, all those things. Back one on the best fertilizer, liquid to limestone, underground, diamonds, all the most special things that go on underground. Okay, so we came from the womb and all of that. So down there, though, what they do is they keep the children that are just born, the newborns, uh, are able to be nursed by the mothers for a while. The mothers are there, but when they get ready to some after they're nursed by the mothers, they're brought to the underground caverns to the old people that have worked all day. Okay, and the old people actually let them sit in their laps, and these are the children that were abandoned a few years before this time came around. So this was a solution that they came up with for all the abandoned children to come and be nurtured. Okay, so even the ones who weren't abandoned, but nursing mothers automatically are there. But this was especially for the children who were abandoned, who what we call foster homes nowadays, because the universe gives us the cuckoo bird again. She gets pregnant, and all of that goes through the mother thing, but just lays the egg somewhere else. So the human in us, in order to be fully human, we have to go beyond our immediate selves, and this takes us there, beyond our immediate self, and says, okay, there are children who need nurturing, all of that, okay? Now, the connection there with the Underground Railroad, okay, see how they were traveling, safe traveling from one location to the next? Okay, we got that, right? Blam, same thing. Now, the old people that have been out in the sun all day, getting all that energy, all that radiation, vitamin K, all the resources, the information, light projection of what to do based, and all the knowledge they have already from living, recovering from, what happened to them previous times, okay? All of that, fresh and brand new. So the children who were abandoned years prior, and now we brought them here, they get to sit in the laps of the old people, okay? Old people are tired, be out in the sun all day. Boom, these babies, young people who haven't had the lap time, man, they get to sleep in old people's laps, right? And guess what that's doing? That is transferring energy that the old people have gotten all day in the sun, planting flowers, doing all that in the markets, teaching, whatever they were doing all day, because that's their job. They have to be in the sun all day, the older people, okay? And so when they come in